We're going to be taking a look at the features available in Act version 16. There are a lot of new features in this version that customers have been asking for a long time, so we're really excited about this release. These features are results of compilations of user surveys and feedback from the Act community. In my opinion, this is the most significant Act release in years. Mobile groups and companies extend Act Premium Mobile that was released in version 2012. Act Premium Mobile is the best way to get live access to your Act database, including access to opportunities, and now in Act 16, you can also work with companies and groups. Mobile groups allow you to see group details, work with group members, create your own groups with some basic criteria, and even send an email to a group. Companies in Act Premium Mobile allow you to see related information like activities, history, and notes for all contacts within a company, just like you can in regular Act. Mobile email lets you set up Act Premium Mobile to send email on your behalf. This enables you to compose a message within Act Premium Mobile and record it to history, unlike sending an email from your native mail application on a smartphone, which does not. It uses the same preferences as Act Premium for web. It does not support SSL, and as long as history recording is enabled, this will attach email to your database. The mobile tablet view takes full advantage of the screen size and format of a tablet when put in landscape mode. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen that I can scroll through my contacts and navigate between them, allowing me to use the application with even greater ease and speed. We take advantage of this with the contact list, the task list, and the opportunity list. Calculated fields are a new field type that's available in Act version 16. They can do numeric and date calculations. So we can add a field to our layout which will automatically add numbers together from the different numeric types that we have in Act. Or we can do date calculations such as how many days or years until or after a specific date. This works on the contact, company, group, and opportunity view, and we can work with currency, decimal, number, and date calculations. Good examples of this are calculating a commission, calculating someone's age based on their birth date, or days to a contract renewal. Note the calculations can't be edited. They can only be deleted and added. They're processed at the database level, and what this means is that it doesn't matter so much how they get added into Act. No add-on software is required. There's nothing fancy that we have to do. As soon as the information is in the database, calculated fields are updated. Company management automatically creates and links company records once a given number of contacts with the same company name exist. In the settings here, I can set that threshold. So if I set it to 2, as soon as 2 companies with the same name exist, it will automatically create a company record and link those contacts. And you can see now that there's a link next to the company name. This record is now linked to a company record. So you can set that threshold to whatever you want. If you set it to 0, companies aren't created, or you can choose as low as 1. When a single contact is created, it will automatically link it. If the company already exists, it will simply link that contact to that company. The history view is new in version 16. We can see it on the left-hand side of the screen on the navigation bar here. And what it does is it shows all the history in your database in one place, with filtering by date, by specific types, searches by keyword, filtering by users. It's an easy way to take a look at what's happened in the last week, in the last month, look for a specific type, such as phone calls that were made in the last week, or activity by a specific user, and then easily export that to Excel. By exporting to Excel, you can do some simple graphs or pivot charts and get some really easy and quick reporting. The Act scheduler has been updated so that it will send emails on success or failure of your scheduled tasks. This is especially critical for database backups. If your ACT database backup stops working, you have no way to tell without constantly checking the log to make sure that it works. And typically when most people will find out that their database backup has failed is when they need it. In version 16, emails can be sent that will confirm that your database backup has successfully completed or that it's failed, alerting you and enabling you to make a change before you need that backup. Tasks can now be rescheduled in batches in version 16. So if you didn't complete everything on your task list yesterday, now you can go back in, select whatever tasks you want to reschedule, and reschedule them to a specific day all at once. This way, if you have 10 things on your list, you don't have to go one by one and reschedule them all. You can pick 6 of them to reschedule for today, 2 for tomorrow, and the other 2 for sometime next week. And one thing to note is that rescheduled tasks get changed to timeless. If you have a call that was scheduled for 2 p.m. yesterday and you didn't make that call, a safe assumption is that it doesn't need to be on 2 p.m. on whatever day you're going to reschedule it for. So in order to not cause scheduling conflicts, any activities that are rescheduled in a batch will be set as timeless. Universal search already existed in ACT, but it got a whole lot more useful in version 16. Universal search allows you to search across your database by keyword through all record types and fields, and even select attached documents. So for example, I can now pull up a search on the term account and find all the matching records. This was okay for finding one specific record before, but what I couldn't do is create a lookup of all the contacts or companies that matched as a result. I can now do that. We have buttons for creating a lookup for contacts and companies. So now I can filter on what information in my database I want to search through and create a lookup from the results. New features have been added for ACT for Web to allow an administrator to do some basic admin functions via the web version, such as adding fields or changing fields in the database and designing a layout. Through ACT for Web, you can now define your fields, so you can add new fields, remove them, make changes without requiring access to the server where your ACT master database is stored. This is especially useful for clients who are using a hosted version of ACT where they may not have access to the server. So instead of calling someone to take care of that for you, which may cost you some technical support or the support time for that, now you can do it yourself. While it doesn't include a full-blown layout editor like the desktop product, it does include enough tools to let you take your newly created fields and get them on the layout. Lastly, we now have support for the Chrome browser, so if you're a fan of that particular browser, it works. Defects that were preventing that browser from working before have been resolved, and now the Chrome browser is officially supported.